What is up, guys? It's Andrew here, and look at this, we have Project Cars back on the go. So I did start a Let's Play career walkthrough on this, and I haven't touched it for ages, mainly because I've just had a little bit of a break. Not a little break, a long break from the game or gaming in general, but I'm getting back into it, and I thought I'd kickstart this Let's Play yet again. So we're still in the karting stages. You've not missed much. I've done one race of round 3 of the Kart 1 Championship. This is race 2, so I won race 1, and yeah, we're going to crack on with race 2. So here we go with race 2. I'm in the lead of the championship by this point, so I'm just going to try and keep things nice and steady. Just get a decent amount of points. I'm not too worried about winning this race. So I'm starting to find myself much more at home with these karts now in terms of cornering and braking. What I'm finding is sharp braking is not a good idea, and that's quite typical of go-karts, especially ones with brakes only on the rear axle. You don't want to be braking hard and turning at the same time, because you're just going to pitch yourself around into a spin like that. It's quite weird to get the hang of, and the lack of feeling that you have for what the kart is actually doing, or the lack of feeling I have for what the kart is doing, because the only reference point in terms of what I'm feeling is only through my hands. You know, I've got the vibrations through my backside, which I normally use when I'm doing a normal karting, so it does make it quite a bit strange for me, but we're getting there. You can use a bit of engine braking on here, but beware, shifting down too quickly you will just blow the engine. I did that for the first time the other day. It's coming down into here, and that pretty much ruins your race straight away. So, motorsport world and videos and talking about what's going on in Formula 1 and WMSC. I haven't done one of those videos for quite a while, so I thought I'd combine it with this one to navigate my way through that tricky section. I'm going to start with JB staying at McLaren for another year. Now, for a kick-off, I really wanted to see him go to the WEC. I'm a big fan of the WEC. I wanted to see JB there. If the other option is going to be a really slow McLaren for next year, which might still be the case. Saying that, I'm glad that McLaren have kept him on, and kept him on with such enthusiasm as well. I don't know if any of you saw the fantastic interview that Susie Perry and David Coulthard did with Ron Dennis after the Japanese Grand Prix. Really put Ron Dennis under the cosh, and got him to say quite clearly that the team were very, very eager to have Button on board for 2016, which I think is a really good sign, and it's good to see that. And I think it's the least that McLaren can do after serving to him some pretty terrible cars, 3 terrible cars in a row. If we think back to 2012 when Hamilton had left the team and gone to Mercedes, it was very much like Jenson Button was going to be their title contender should they put the car underneath him, which so far they haven't done. A lot can change in the winter. We've seen that with Ferrari over the winter and the massive step forwards they've made with their engine, and that's simply down to testing time and being able to use the data that they collect during race weekends and actually do something with it. And I've no doubt that Honda will be doing that at the moment. And I know a lot of people are very frustrated with them, Fernando Alonso included, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, you can't develop these F1 cars in season anymore. You're not allowed to test, you're not allowed to do anything. You kind of have to live with what you've got at the start of the season. Personally, I don't like that. I don't think it's good for the sport. I don't think it's good for the teams. I don't think it's good for the drivers. But that's a rant that I've had many times, and I'm not going to have again here. It is completely conceivable that Honda could bounce back next year and have a really good engine. We know the McLaren chassis is good. We saw that at Suzuka quite clearly, that the McLaren was quite capable of holding people behind it and even pulling away from certain teams' cars in the tight and twisty bits of Suzuka, but it was on those straights once again that they had real problems. So yeah, I'm happy JB's staying. I think it's good for McLaren as a team. And it does make me think though, is Fernando Alonso staying? I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. It's not the first time we've seen him throw a team under the bus that he's unhappy with. He did it the first time he was at McLaren. He did it at Ferrari. Remember the Italian Grand Prix comments that he made? What was that? I'm not sure if that was last year or the year before. Can't remember now. I'm getting old. Can't remember when stuff happened. So if Alonso goes, I can see Van Dorn being the guy to step in. I reckon Magnussen has been looking elsewhere for quite a while. That said though, I'd be disappointed if Fernando pulled out. I think it would be bad for the sport if F1 lost him. And tell me what you think in the comments below, guys. Who you think will be in those McLarens for 2016 and beyond. Because saying that, I don't see JB still being in Formula 1 in 2017. You know, I know he's made comments about the allure of Le Mans. Ooh, punted the leader. And I do think we'll see JB at Le Mans sometime soon, and I think that will be 2017. Le Mans in the WEC is going strong at the moment. It's on a roll. It's on a crest of a wave that I don't see breaking, especially now some common sense is ruled after the decision, or pseudo decision, that the World Motorsport Council made earlier in the week. So I don't think it's too much of an issue if JB puts the Le Mans aspirations on hold for another year. Le Mans, the way it is, he could easily do Le Mans up to his early 40s. Like Tom Christensen has done. So it's not inconceivable that we'll see JB do Le Mans for a couple of years at the end of his career, once he's done with F1. I just think he wants one more stab. He wants one more stab, if he can, of having a go at getting a championship. There goes the potential race win. We'll take second place, good amount of points. Good points in the championship. Hopefully I'll have extended my lead in the championship. Yes, I did. I got 5 bonus points for that extra lap. That's good. And we now lead the championship by a nice 22-point cushion. So back to the inbox screen. We're getting a fair few of these coming through now. Invites to do certain competitions with other teams. We'll see how that pans out in the future. Right now though, I'm quite happy going through this championship. So on to round 4 and a new track which I haven't done before, so might have to go away and practice it. So it's a track in the States. Doesn't look as complex as some of the others that we've had so far in this game, so we'll just dive straight in and see what happens. I'll probably have to end up editing some attempts at the race out, but then again, we've got this nice championship lead at the moment, so not too worried. 4th on the grid for race 1. Round the outside, can we get 3rd? Oh, he's still there. No, he's fending me off. Dive bomb, thank you very much. That's 3rd. Right. Stick that down the inside, and we've got 2nd. Oh no, we haven't. Oh, that was a big hit. No, 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 no. That's quite good for my teammate who's currently in the lead. He's now scarfed off. Oh no, that's gone badly wrong, but I don't care, I'm carrying on. Once again, I'd take a 2nd place at this point. I don't think my teammate is really in the fight for the championship. I do like this track. I think this is my favourite of the karting tracks so far. Saying that, I'll probably bin it in the next lap or so. Told you. There's that classic Project Cars AI slow out of low speed corners again. There's a bit of a dive bomb. Back up to 2nd. 4 seconds off my teammate now, so I'm probably not going to be able to catch him up. I definitely won't catch him up with driving like that. And then get the track off him, off the corner. Ooh, bit of a sideways moment there. 2nd place is still on here, if I can do this rest of this lap quite well. Good boom! Got him. Beautiful. I like that corner. That's a fun corner. Right, round the last corner. And a second place in the bag yet again. Hopefully got fastest lap as well, and we'll have got some points for that. Here's hoping. Yep, looks like I did. 17 points. 32 point lead now. It is my teammate who's second in the championship at the moment. Right, so second on the grid for the second race. Rolling start as always. 2, 1, go. Oh, I've made an absolute... Oh no! Clearly, shifting up to 4th gear is the way to do these starts. I think we're running in the opposite direction as well. This could be interesting. Or we might be running on a longer version, I'm not sure. So, I think the tactic we're going to play with this, keep everything as wide as a bus. Well, that went well. Oh no, teammates collide!
Your teammate is in first place.
Get out of the way. Oh, he's still there. Not anymore. Dive bomb! Oh, did I hit him off there? No. I don't care. So now we're back in the lead. Wanted to talk WEC. And if you saw the news on Wednesday, things weren't good in Camp WEC. The news that still is remaining and is quite frustrating is that Le Mans is going to be the same weekend as the Baku Grand Prix next year. So the FIA's, in quotation marks, rule of not holding Grand Prix on the same weekend as Le Mans, that's gone out the window, and it's all down to a very overly congested F1 calendar, which once again is another rant that I've had before that I won't have here. The trouble with it though is how does this play into the mind of Nico Hülkenberg? Will Nico Hülkenberg be able to defend his Le Mans title? Will Force India let him go and do it? I hope they will, and I'll come on to the reasons why in a bit. The other bad news that we had was that the World Motorsport Council were putting in a rule that said for P1 cars you can only deploy 1,000 brake horsepower instantaneously. Now we don't know the exact figures, but we know that at least Audi and Porsche are both doing more than that at the moment, and Nissan's concept, once they get it up and running and properly working, is quoted to be doing up to 2,000 brake horsepower. So I, and among a lot of other people, were really not happy with this, because the amazing thing about P1 at the moment are those ridiculously high numbers. The way the cars accelerate out of corners, it's been absolutely incredible this year. And on that Wednesday night we really thought, is this it? Is this as good as it gets? Thankfully though, the World Motorsport Council and the FIA have seen some form of sense. They've scrapped the cap. The reason they've said they've scrapped the cap though is nothing short of laughable. They said it was an erroneous press release, and that no, the rule was never meant to be revealed to the public. Sorry, but that's complete bull. That is complete bull. Classic FIA, and what I actually think has happened is Nissan, most likely, maybe Porsche as well, have rung up the FIA, rung up the ACO and said, now here then lads, Nissan especially, if you bring this cap in, we're off. We're not coming back to Le Mans for 2016. The FIA know how damaging it has been for Formula 1 to lose teams. WEC is doing well for them at the moment, so I reckon they've come to the senses, known that Nissan would probably not have come back. Porsche or Audi would have gone as well. I mean, you've got to still be questioning whether Porsche or Audi will be both back next year given the current Volkswagen situation. I'll leave that for another time. So yeah, it's good that they've scrapped the cap. We can keep having all the fun that the World Endurance Championship is at the moment and continue what is the best motorsport on the international stage at the moment. My teammate's still up my chuff. If you haven't heard already, Nissan have now pulled out of the rest of the WEC for 2015. Originally it was just going to be the European rounds and we were going to come back for Shanghai, Fuji and Bahrain. They've pulled out of that now and they're still doing lots of testing at COTA. Not a big surprise that they've announced that. And they have completely thrown their... Oh, there's my teammate. They have completely changed their philosophy for their hybrid as well. They've basically had to go back to square one and do it all again. I think they're still retaining the front wheel drive bias basis, which will be interesting to see if we can get that working dynamically. And fingers crossed that they will be back at Le Mans next year. No, don't do that. That's a shame, that would have been my fastest lap. What's my teammate doing? Oh, my teammate's taking me out.
Great teamwork out there. Your teammates first place.
Really?
Points today.
Really? My teammate's up to first place because he's just taken me out of the podium spots like a complete and utter chump. Oh, Andrew's angry now. Two laps to go, we're closing him in. Stop on! Last lap then, championship on the line. Get out of my way. That didn't work. It's my corner. So it looks like it's going to be third place. Hopefully I got fastest lap again. And that'll be a 5 bonus points. Oh, but that should have been a win. That should have been a win and pretty much the title wrapped up. Unfortunately, it's only a third place because of my dick dastardly teammates. 15 points, I think I got the fastest lap again. Yes, I did. And we have still a 32-point lead in the title race. So we're pretty much there. We're pretty much there on that one. And I think we'll wrap it up today. There, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been good to get back onto Project Cars and do another video for you. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Comment in the comment section below and share and do all of that business. I've been Andrew the Blade and I'll catch you guys very, very soon.